The Visual Studio Code is the recommended editor to use during this course, though there are other options available and it's not a strict requirement. I highly recommend using VS Code. Notice this lecture is optional and everything shown in it is just a recommendation, not required to complete the course at all, and definitely not a prerequisite. You are totally fine to skip this lecture and go back to it whenever you wish, if you would like to set up VS Code the way I did. So VS Code is a free editor from Microsoft, available on all operating systems. You can grab it from this website. Please download and install it now. I suggest pausing the video now and getting back when you are done installing. Let's have a quick overview of the program. On the left side there's the activity bar. There you can see all files from your project. You can search through files, use source control like Git, and install additional extensions. In the center, there's the main area of the code editor. The power of VS Code comes mostly from the vast library of extensions available. I recommend so many that mentioning all of them would probably take half an hour. We are fortunate though, VS Code lets you quickly get the list of extensions I use. Just download the zip file attached to this lecture resources. The quick trick I'm gonna explain next is optional. If it's too much for you or it does not work anymore, don't worry, there's another way shown right after. VS Code lets you have a workspace-specific settings. These settings are kept in a separate folder in your project named .VS Code. I've exported mine, including a list of all recommended extensions to install. Please pause the video and download these files now. Then unpack them to any folder. Then open this folder in the editor. This can be quickly done by dragging the folder into the VS Code icon. Next, create a folder called .VS Code. Move the two files into this folder. And then quit VS Code. Reopen this folder again by dragging onto the VS Code icon. From the View menu, select the command palette or use the shortcut and type show recommended. This should be enough to see this command. Click on the command, present it. It will show you the list of all extensions I recommend installing. Now you will need to go through each one of them and press install. Now alternatively, just download this zip file and open the extensions JSON file. From recommendations, copy the code names of plugins and paste them into the search on the Extensions tab. You will have to do that one by one, but it will work. The theme I use is called Umbra. It has great contrasts, and the fonts I recommend is Cascadia Code, Fira Code, Operator Mono or Menlo. Most can be downloaded online for free. Some are pre-installed on your system. You can open the terminal inside the VS Code and run command in the currently open project root. The View Terminal menu will also show the shortcut you can use. We will sometimes use that feature. The already mentioned Command Palette is useful to run some VS Code commands, like to format the currently opened file. Make sure you remember this shortcut, it's very handy. Then, the Go to File menu is something we'll use a lot. It lets you quickly jump to a file. Also, notice the shortcut for this command on your system. It would be useful to remember.